Well, hello there guys. I know a lot of you guys do follow our vlog channel, so you're aware of what's been going on, but there are a lot of you that also do not. So I thought I would do that, and then also for those of you that are aware, there's gonna be some more information in this. I'm gonna talk a little bit about us moving out of state, how I've been feeling about after I lost my service dog. We had to put him down a couple months ago. Just kind of in general, what's been happening in Arianna's family and just in my life too. So let's get started. So the biggest thing is we moved out of Illinois. We are now living in North Carolina. So it was a very sudden change of where we were living. My husband and I have been talking about leaving Illinois for the entire time we've been dating and married, so like 7 years now, I think. And we finally bit the bullet. We've been considering a couple different states that we were gonna live in. North Carolina was on the list, as well as Utah and Texas, actually. And we were looking at the job market. We found one job opening for literally Ryan's dream job. I mean, this job doesn't exist anywhere else. And so we're like, okay, this is like God saying, you need to apply now, not a year and a half to 2 years down the road when we were kind of originally thinking. So Ryan sent in his resume, he got an interview the next day, and within a month of us finding that position, we moved out here basically. So yeah, kind of crazy. I think it was like about just at a month we ended up moving out here from the time we found the job for him. So stuff happened real quick. Thankfully God was looking out for us, and things kind of lined up with our last house. We had mold issues in it, which were really crappy, but because of those mold issues, we were able to get out of our house a month early, so we didn't have to pay for 2 houses for 2 months, which would have sucked. So it worked out, as crappy as the mold situation was. So yeah, we had mold in our basement. They've had foundation cracks in that last house we were in for the entire time we've been there pretty much, and I kept telling them they needed to change out the carpet. They didn't, and then mold was visible eventually, and so yeah, it caused a lot of issues. I was feeling pretty sick and tired. I've already been feeling way better since we moved out of that house, which is awesome. The girls have gotten rid of like their stuffy noses and stuff. Aries sometimes stuffy in the mornings, but like night and day difference I feel like overall how we've been feeling. So that's great. And then if you don't know, I actually had to put my service dog down on April 28th, and it was very rough. That was also a kind of unexpected, very quick kind of thing. We found out, and a week later we had to put him down. He was just very sick. If you want to learn more about like what exactly was going on, I will link up that vlog above, as well as we did like a really special last week video for him. You probably will cry if you're an animal lover, so just warning you, grab tissues, but I'm really proud of how it came out. I've only been able to watch it back a couple times since doing the video, because it is still really hard for me to watch, but it's definitely one of like the videos that I'm most proud of doing, and one of the reasons that I'm so happy that our family vlogs, because I have that video to look back on. So I will link that up above as well. As for how I've been feeling, I was really not doing well the first month or two, especially with the PTSD realization. I did a video on that on this channel. If you missed that, I'll link that above. Having that realization right after I had lost Levi was really rough on me. I didn't understand why it had to happen after. It was just, yeah, it was really hard, I guess. And my anxiety got really bad for a while, and I was just not in a good place at all. Yeah, I wasn't doing well at all without Levi. And I didn't like really crazily talk about it on our vlog channel. I don't really think I talked about it much at all, except maybe like just saying I had anxiety stuff going on, PTSD stuff obviously. And that was really the extent of it. I just didn't feel like going into detail on it. I wasn't hiding it from like everyone around me. My husband was well aware of what was going on and stuff. Came this close to going back to a therapist, but then like the moving stuff and the mold stuff happened, and honestly I've been really good. And part of it could also be that I'm distracted right now though, so that most certainly could come back, and I am open to going back to therapy again if I need to, but at this point I feel really good. Like I feel like I'm doing great. My own coping mechanisms and everything that I learned from therapy in past has paid off and been fine, and like, yeah, it's helped me. So if I think about Levi for any long amount of time, like I'm already starting to choke up a little, then I start to cry. So I prefer not to talk about it, not because I want to like push him out or anything like that, just because it's hard. It's hard, especially when a dog was that close to you, and they did, you know, he literally is the reason I'm still alive today, the reason that I was able to graduate from high school, the reason for me being here, having 2 kids and a husband today, he is one of the biggest reasons, because God put him in my life. So yeah, so it's hard, it's really hard, but at the same time, it has also been easier than I expected. I expected it to be a lot harder than it's been. So in some ways I'm grateful for that I haven't been, like, I expected me to be in a lot rougher place for a lot longer after than I was. I literally surrounded myself with God as much as possible the next 2 days after we had to put him down. I was at church, I did worship team, I went to a women's conference the very next day, and I wasn't gonna go, and I feel like because I did that and really surrounded myself by godly women and just God in general and really like getting in the Bible right after that happened, I think that's why my grieving process has been a lot easier than I expected it to be. So I'm really grateful that I didn't just not do those things that I was planning on canceling. So yeah. Okay, now that we've already cried. As for how I feel about the move, I'm excited to be out of Illinois. I'm really excited about that. There's so much more to do here. It's beautiful. I mean, just going to a Goodwill and I have like hilliness to look at, where in like Illinois it's just flat. So just to kind of like wrap this up, yes, I have my fears of like making friends here and just like finding those friendships, those close friendships that will make this more feel like home. I definitely have that fear. But overall, like, I'm so excited. I feel like we've been a lot happier here. Obviously, it's only been almost 2 weeks now, so things could very much change, but as it stands right now, this has been great for us. I feel like Ryan and I's relationship is closer. The girls seem happier. I am happier. The dogs are happier. It's gonna be harder for us as time goes on, being further away from our family. That's definitely gonna take a toll, but I still feel like overall this was 100% what God wanted us to do, was to move now. So yeah, like I'm confident still that this was what we were supposed to do, for sure. So I do want to say that like this channel, I'm really good at being like, you know, 100% posting every week, and then all of a sudden I drop off and I don't post for a couple weeks. And I feel like part of it is because I haven't really figured out what I want this channel to be. Not necessarily what I want it to be about, but the editing style, and just like, I don't want to just sit down and talk to a camera. This is the easiest way to do it, but it's not the kind of content that I necessarily want to put out. I feel like just now, after 4 years, I finally have started creating vlogs that I'm proud of and that I'm excited to put out and show you guys. And this channel though, I've got to figure that out still. I want to know though, what is your favorite type of content? I'm going to leave up a poll above. I want to know what your favorite type of content is that I post. I'm not 100% sure what all I will include in that, but probably something that's going to be like motherhood type things, parenting tips, tricks, homeschooling stuff, anxiety, PTSD type things. I want to know like what out of those, you know, different things is your favorite thing. I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're new. I hopefully am going to be back to posting every week here. If not, you can see my family now 5 days a week, because we're actually vlogging 5 instead of 3 days a week now over on our vlog channel. And my husband actually has a channel too. If you're into like Indiegogo, Kickstarter type technology, those type of things, he has a channel where he unboxes strictly those kind of products. So that's pretty cool. If you want to check that out, I will link that probably down below, because I have a lot of things I'm linking. Can only link so many up in cards. But I will see you guys next week. Bye.